화면이 안 비치는데. 안 보이세요?
아니, 다 보고 있어요.
네.
그리고 목소리가 아마 나가서 그분들.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to see you. I work for nuclear medicine in cancer hospital as a radiologist. So, and test for the PET system. So, I'm gonna show you today quality control and system of opacity. First of all, the opacity, purpose of opacity, PET QC. QC is the quality control, as you know. But first of all, verify the operational integrity of system, testing detectors, acquisition, electronics, and maintain a consistent and high imaging quality, minimize chances for artifacts. Artifacts as contain noise. So signal is the weak codes there. So catch potential problems early, maintain quantitative accuracy, eliminate unnecessary repeat scans. CTQC is first of all, as you can see, three tests, tube warming up, and daily air calibration, and daily QA phantom scan. Phantom scan, the duration is 3 minutes. It is short, and it includes a series of exposures made it and incrementing KVP and mass. So these scans essentially adjust detector gains to achieve uniform response. This is formula, the detector testing. As you can see, and this view is detector testing views. Detector analyzer. So we have for QC, get menu 68. It is for the daily detector check, transmission rotating load sources, and checking uniformity cylinder phantom. This activity is 2.08 millicuries about, and then reference date and replace date. So replace date is sooner or later, April 1st. So we will change on April, and we are using for this one. So daily QC research, as you can see, the phantom parameters, study parameters. So we can see on the screening, the acquisition computer. And, also, we are able to see the view sinograms. The sinograms, this part, it is normal sinogram, but I will show you the normal case and failure case. A failure case is a line is line, 2 line is a 6 line is a weak line in the shield, and the sorting memory failure. And if we have the fair case of sinogram or QC, we could take images this one. And detector block failure. Failure is a line. You can see that. Preventive maintenance for normalization correction. This view is had been actually the achievement by our engineers from Siemens. So progress is web page dialog. We can see the block status. Status is black, white, green, blue. Blue is normal, but if it has a malfunction of out of working, so it will be showed then red. Pink color is a crystal energy peaks. if they have the scheduled preventive maintenance, they arrange the crystal energy peak and maintenance. So correcting the uniformity of error detection, sensitivity to detect in each pattern detector pair meanings. The gamma ray detection efficiency and different geometrically the environment of each detector, temperature, and our system. For instance, our system has water, water by using water and temperature arrangement. So, caused by the variation of detection efficiency according to the position of crystal in the block. This images the normalization images before normalization, after normalization. You can see the difference. We have a QC for every quarterly. QC procedures PMT tuning, detector setup, and coincident timing. Coincident timing is we have a TOF system, so it's very sensitive. During QC. The most important thing is the normalization. Other cross calibration and gantry alignment. Annual QC procedures perform a subset of the acceptance, standardized lemma, uniformity, resolution, contrast test, and sensitivity. So this slide shows about nuclear medicine of cancer hospital, the strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threat. And we have 4 points. 4 points core. Improving the strengths is improving research, outstanding research team. There are so many research members and teams, physically and chemically, and so on, making quality molecular images and locally analyze oncology. The weakness is general patient have a concern about the exposure radiation, pretty long time waiting for test. As you know, the after 18 FDG test has duration waiting time is about 1 hour. So some patients is complaining about the waiting time. We always carefully handle the patients. Labeling radiopharmaceuticals and complicated examination procedure. There is no simple procedure. Waiting, for example, for 1 hour. Some test has the waiting time is 2 hours and 1 hour and a half, and it's difference from test. So we need to tell this weakness and the patient, and waiting for the test. So opportunity is use radiopharmaceuticals development in nuclear medicine and continuing growth capacity. We have changed PET system 6 years ago, but we have also the old-fashioned medical devices. So within 2 years or 3 years, one device will be changed in advance. So next is the recasting research from other department, and non-invasive examination. So lastly, the strict things, strict law about radiation and competition medical devices. It means that other general hospital having take most advanced medical devices. So patient prefer to have a test with most advanced devices and misunderstanding about radiation. As you know, the PET imaging factors, resolution, contrast, uniformity, and uniformity. Uh, as a radiologist, I should make images for factors in harmony. These are the factors affecting image quality, especially resolution. First thing is positron range. Second thing is non-linear decay. And three of things, time of flight. And the time of flight is some hospital don't have this system, but we have a time of flight system. A time of flight is you could see in the Google and the if internet information. The time went to extinction radiation generated and fly until detected. I will explain specifically later. So we use the C11, N13, O15, F18. We use a nuclide. We use these nuclide, and this images means spectricity, planar images, but positron imaging, this one. Two photons two photons are detected. PET system basically consists of CT and PET. CT reconstructing and PET reconstructing. This and CT apply for the attenuation map and produce attenuation map and fuse it and PET images. And then we can get PET CT images displayed fused. This four-part system is a basic system of the PET CT, ACS, ICS, PRS, and IRS workstations. So CT part is, consists of ICS and IRS. ICS is saving image system easily, as IRS is meaning image reconstruction system. So IRS, the PRS is the most important two things. So ACS, PRS is a PET system and PET computers. So ACS is an advanced computational system, PRS, PET reconstruction system. Especially this part, PRS is the most important thing because of PET reconstruction method. According to the PET reconstruction system, we could get the better image or the worse images. PET scanner is the basic images. The crystal we are using a medical device of the Siemens. The Siemens have the copyright, extremely copyright is RSO, exclusively copyright RSO crystal performance is the best in scintillation in the world. So we have system also the TOF, time of flight. The principle of a crystal. This part is I hope you you can know. Determine the crystal that emitted extinction radiation from the output of 4 PMTs in the detector block. Scatter lines below the certain level are removed. So stores the data in form of the sinogram based on the angle of the line of response, ROR, and the distance from center connecting two required number detectors. This is a real the crystal scintillator picture, and this one is LSO in Siemens. This is real. This is real pictures from Siemens medical devices, bio MCT. You can see, and then radiation gamma ray, right energy electronical signal. Like conventional method is a 2D emission scan, but recently we always take the images by using the fully 3D imaging scans without scepter and with the scepter. It is a huge difference of both of systems. And the coincidence, scattering coincidence, this one is a true coincidence. This one, this image shows scatter emission, accident emission, and multiple emission. Every event has occurred during taking images and signal. So there are too much difference between without attention correction and with attention correction. This one and this one, and we applied. If we applied the FBP filtered back projection, the image is very bad, and image quality is very bad. But we applied the OSN method, images are very good. This image is with TOF, is non-TOF. Image quality is very different. It is good, better, and worse. Applying TOF, conventional PET is a line of response has every signal as with the same possibility, but TOF, if we have the TOF time of flight applied, gain up, and not line of response. It concept of the SOR, segment of response, not line of response. So SOR is includes getting exact location information, and TOF means to limit the location of gamma source to SOR. But error is a conventional system line of response. Assume where laser occurs at the line of response and same probability at all points on the ROR. So the result of the TOF PET has less noise than non-TOF PET. This size noises, but noises limitation, decreasing noise. TOF information enhances signal to noise ratio is SNR in PET images. So we can get better images than non-TOF PET images. This case, this image shows a TOF applied or not transmission data, but we can get the transmission data by using the CT data and tracer distribution. The PET images, the view map. We could fuse these images, two of us, and separated reconstruction. So this system is a MCT systems. We have the Siemens medical device just called MCT. So using LSO, Pico 3D, high-res detectors, and TrueV. So plus TrueC, high-res processing, HD-PET, ultraHD-PET is called by Siemens. And this means it's a TOF system. I will show you. So LSO is performance, decay time is very short. So performance very outstanding comparing to BGO, GSO, NAI. So Siemens Biograph MCT using scintillator LSO. LSO is a lower energy. Energy resolution is a higher resolution. Tube pin size is very high. So timing window is very short comparing to the GSO and BGO. LSO is very short. So scatter is from liver, the high residual in the left ventricle without TrueC, but with TrueC is only we can see the myocardiac images. So we are using a scatter correction method as a Monte Carlo calculation. So enhanced PET image quality, especially in cardiology. So you remember that I told you that with TrueV. TrueV is extended FOV. So MCT has extended FOV. The old system and the conventional system originally have the size 16.2 centimeters, but extended TrueV size is FOV size 21.6 centimeters, 33% increase. Biograph we have conventional field of view. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Four slices, 4 FOV is needed only. But conventional field of view, if we apply conventional field of view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for that, 6 FOV needed. So if we apply the TrueV, we don't need to have the many FOV. The number of FOV that decreases. The standard image portion and the high definition images portion, HD-PET and ultraHD-PET. So HD-PET means the PSF, point spread function, as you could heard. The further away from the center of FOV, the less likely the LOR will be calculated correctly because the photon will hit the crystal on angle and continue traveling to another crystal before it lights up. So it is the core is the key is PSF is that alignment is a photon and long LOR. So this one. This long LOR and the photon and corrected alignment. So if we apply without PSF, I mean the HD-PET, and if we even apply the HD-PET, image quality is very different. Surely, if we don't apply the PSF HD-PET, images are the bad. The quality is bad, but the PSF is image is very good. Okay, LOR. This formula is distance formula. C equals speed of light. This is conventional, the line of response, the old-fashioned. But if we apply time of flight, the segment of response is changed. It's time being. Time being is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. So and SOR it means event. The event is the limited, not same probability, impossibility. I mean, yeah. But SOR is the limited is a signal. This one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah. We minimize the location information. Okay, conventional line of response. And HTPET apply the PSF, point spread function. And the background is this one, but the PSF is background reduced it, but we change it applying ultraHD-PET like this. The signal has a limitation on this site, this site, this site. Yeah. Conventional PET is too much have too much noise, and then time of flight is noise is less. So the TOF projections organized in time beams along each line of response arrive at better estimate of actual images with much less blurring. So high definition benefits is showed with an unprecedented by 2 by 4 improvement in signal to noise ratio. Signal to noise ratio is HPET is improved, and ultra HPET is more improved. Yeah. So ultra HPET in our system by Siemens is called the TOF. So Gemini is by the Philips, Biograph is ours by Siemens, MCT is also. So Biograph, we have two devices, Biograph and MCT. TrueX applied the PSF, but MCT is a more advanced device, TrueX plus TOF. We can apply them. TrueX both and the TOF. We typically use the Gaussian filters. So this is from this part is applying for diagnosis. It is good to show you the diagnosis images, indication, anatomy and physically. PET mainly is a fluoro deoxyglucose by using or FDG. So since FDG is been like the compound, it has almost the same distribution as glucose in the body. So it shows that the strong intake 1 hour from 1 hour to 2 hours, and other organs accumulated depending on degree of metabolism. So glucose is labeling the pictures. Glucose and FDG are the phospholipid related by hexokinase, and the hexokinase is activating tumor cells. This part is very important. SUV is formula, the AC is activity is concentration. It means it's millicurie is becquerel showed injected dose, body weight, delay between changing the time, delay between the injection time and scan start time. T12 the half time of radionuclide. So if we have the many methods reconstruction. According to we have the reconstruction, the FBP, the OSM or TOF images had different quality. So SUV value is difference if we have the method different method. After 54 minutes of post injection and this image is 103 minutes post injection. So SUV difference for the correction versus after correction. Before correction is SUV is overestimated, but after correction, SUV is lower and corrected as estimated. So this image is this image is N13 and N13 images for cardiac image. Cardiac image perfusion is metabolism. Metabolism is if we want to take check the metabolism, we typically use F18 FDG PET, and if we want to take a perfusion images, we typically use the N13. The oil motion, perfusion, metabolism. Yeah. These images are actually really taken from the patient who have cardiac disease. This image is N13 images. You can see the myocardiac images, fused images, and mapping images. Mapping images, we are calculating the uptake as a number. FDG images, FBCIT. These images are the brain images. Methionine, fluorobetaben. Yeah. This is FDG brain PET cases. Fusion images. This one is the infection, is of brain, is maybe cancer. So we basically see that it's Alzheimer's disease, it's a Parkinson's disease. Temporal lobe is a metabolic, is a reduction. Alzheimer's disease images. Dot is indication. Tumor test application. Medullary thyroid carcinoma, and so on. Meningioma, small cell lung cancer, Merkel cell carcinoma. Gallium-68 dot images. This one and this one. This image is treotide, the 111 scan spect. You can see the difference. Dot images of the abnormal patient. This one is the cancer part by liver. This is a tumor uptaken. So slide is ended. So we could have a Q&A time. So you can ask about the PET system and the image systems. 끝났어요.
그때 어떤 분이 채팅으로
네.
진단을 위한 일반적인 플랜드 비슷한 내용과 이미지가 틀리다고.
그런가?
네.
지금 잘못됐나? 잠깐 볼게요. 혹시 브레인 파트 아닌가요?
네, 아마 51페이지인가요?
이건가요?
네.
이거 맞네요. 예. 요거는 좀 수정해서 제가 보내드린다고 말씀 한번 주세요. 예. This slide is shows long information, and so I will revise the slides and send a PowerPoint file. Sorry for that. 메일로 계속 주고받나 이거? 말로 하는
그분들이 그 채팅으로 말해요.
채팅으로.
네.
뭐 다른 질문도 있으신 분?
네.
없어요.